was different because I kept hearing myself narrate what I was doing, and it was starting to creep me out. And if that wasn't enough, I had never had a camera follow me around the entire time. The whole thing was starting to remind me of the time when my former partner kept being photographed on a football field by a woman way past her prime. But that's another story. There was one other thing that made this seem different than all the other robberies I had investigated. It happened during winter break on the campus, and all of the Asians and the Swedes had left after finals. All of my usual suspects by default had a bulletproof alibi. I had a battle on my hands. My interview with the store owner was going to be important, so important that I had no words to describe it. So important. Really, very, very important. I was getting closer to Ohio Street and prepared myself for the grisly scene.
As soon as I arrived at the 7-Eleven, I began to see just what I was up against. The crook not only had stolen merchandise, but bulldozed the convenience store and built an entire house to cover up the plot. He was clearly a criminal mastermind. I looked over the place for a little bit longer and began to see a few things. For one, the place had windows. All of my previous investigations involved places with windows. A definite connection. I also noticed that the place had doors. Another genius move by the perp. He robbed a place that he could leave instead of being stuck there until the authorities arrived. Another connection to my previous cases. After 5 minutes of being on the scene, I already could figure out that the crook I was looking for had to be a human with walking and or running capabilities and an equal talent for sight. There was nothing more outside of the house could give me. I decided it was time to talk to the store owner. I'm Detective Rule with the UPD. Who are you?
I'm Bill Bolton. I own this place.
What happened?
I got robbed.
Are you saying you were burgled?
That's right.
So you mean to tell me that you, Bill Burton, were burgled?
Yes, I, Bill Bolton, was burgled.
What exactly was burgled, Bolton?
My bourbon.
What color was the bourbon?
Brown.
Alright, so let me get this straight. A bastion of brown bourbon was burgled from you, Bill Bolton, is that right?
Bingo.
Did you have anyone working for you?
Yes.
What was his name?
Bob.
Bob what?
Baxter.
Where was this Baxter from?
Boston.
Do you think he burgled your brown bourbon?
Bingo.
What color were his eyes and hair?
Blue eyes, brown hair.
Alright, so let me get this straight. Sometime before, blue-eyed, brown-haired Bob Baxter from Boston burgled a bastion of brown bourbon belonging to you, Bill Bolton. Is that right?
Bingo.
Did Bob Baxter from Boston work with anybody else?
Yes.
Who?
Brad.
Brad who?
Brad Bannister.
Where's this Bannister from?
Buffalo.
What color were his eyes and hair?
Brown eyes, blue hair.
Blue hair?
Yes.
Alright, let me get this straight. You're saying that sometime before, blue-eyed, brown-haired Bostonian Bob Baxter conspired with brown-eyed, blue-haired Brad Bannister from Buffalo to burgle a bastion of brown bourbon belonging to you, Bill Bolton. Now, is that everything?
There's another thing.
What's that?
Bullshit.
Well, fuck you!
No, bullshit's the name of my dog. They burgled him too.
Did this bullshit piss anybody off?
Yes.
Who?
Butch.
Butch who?
Blonde.
Is that the color of his hair?
No.
His hair.
Bald.
Where's this bald bullshit burglar from?
Birmingham.
Alright, let me back it up. You're saying that sometime before, blue-eyed, brown-haired Bostonian Bob Baxter worked with brown-eyed, blue-haired Brad Bannister from Buffalo and bald-headed Butch Blonde from Birmingham to burgle your beagle bullshit in a bastion of brown bourbon belonging to you, Bill Bolton.
Yes, that's right.
Do you have any more beefs?
There's some bacon in the fridge.
No.
No. I can prove it to you.
That's not what I meant, you bumbling buffoon. I meant, do you have any more beef on who burgled your bourbon?
No.
I'll be in touch.